On the news tonight, federal government endorses Nigeria Press Council mandate, pledges continued support for media regulation and press freedom. Governor Sheriff Obodiwori urges leaders to prioritize service at Peter Nwoboshi's funeral. Delta State to launch Phase 2 of war against drug abuse soon. And abroad, Democratic Republic of Congo and United States signed a $102 billion health partnership to boost healthcare system. Good evening and welcome to Delta Television Main News. I am Tony Iluaka. You can also follow our news online on Facebook at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba and on YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website at www.dbsasaba.com. Now the news in detail. The federal government has officially endorsed the Nigeria Press Council's national mandate. The government pledged continued support for media regulation and press freedom, highlighting its commitment to ensuring that journalism in the country operated within a professional and ethical framework. It noted that the Press Council played a critical role in promoting accountability, responsible reporting, and safeguarding the rights of both journalists and citizens. President Tinubu reaffirmed that a free and responsible press was essential for national development, democratic governance, and informed citizenry. The government also emphasized plans to collaborate with media stakeholders to strengthen training, accreditation, and oversight, ensuring that the media could thrive while adhering to established professional standards. The move was expected to enhance public trust in press and encourage high-quality journalism across the country. The state governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Obodiwori, has called on political office holders and leaders to embrace a lasting legacy of Uzo or Shimini North local government area. The governor reminded attendees that public office was a sacred trust given by God and the people, stressing that service to humanity should remain the hallmark of leadership. He urged leaders at all levels to prioritize unity, development, and welfare of citizens, noting that true leadership was measured by impact and commitment to the people. The governor stressed that true leadership was measured not by position, but by impact and commitment to the welfare of the people. The state government has commended the State Commissioner of Police, Aino Adeshola, and his team for intercepting 1,520 packs of illicit drugs along the Asaba-Abo Expressway. The seized drugs, including tramadol and swindle tablet, were hidden beneath company machines inside a J5 bus before being uncovered during a strategic police operation. Authorities have arrested a suspected drug baron, Peter Etimapan, alongside the truck driver Ebuka Dominion and the motor boy Emmanuel Tedule. In a statement, the Director General of the State Bureau for Orientation and Communications, Dr. Fredo Enesive, described the operation as a strong demonstration of the police command's commitment to dismantling drug trafficking networks across the state. The statement reaffirmed government's partnership with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA to intensify efforts against traffickers, street hawkers, and middlemen. It noted that substance abuse, especially hard drugs, remained a major driver of crime such as armed robbery, rape, prostitution, internet fraud, popularly known as Yahoo Yahoo, and other social vices. The statement stressed that the war against drug abuse, WADA campaign, will continue across the 3 senatorial districts, with WADA clubs being established in schools statewide. It added that Governor Sheriff Obodiwori has approved Phase 2 of the Drug-Free Delta campaign, which will extend to tertiary institutions across the 3 senatorial districts, highlighting government's ongoing investment in operational logistics, security equipment, and patrol vehicles to strengthen security agencies. It urged parents and guardians to instill discipline and strong moral values in their children as part of efforts to build a drug-free and safer Delta State. The state government has announced that more industries and agro-processing companies are set to establish operations in the state free trade zones. The development followed the state approval under the federal government's Special Agro-Processing Zone program, an initiative designed to stimulate investment, expand industrial activity, and create employment opportunities in agriculture and related sectors. Government officials noted that the program will strengthen agricultural value chains by encouraging large-scale processing of farm produce within the state, reducing post-harvest losses and increasing value addition before export. The initiative will attract both local and foreign investors, improve infrastructure within designated free trade zones, and position the state as a strategic hub for agro-industrial development in the country. Authorities further noted that the move aligned with the ongoing effort to diversify the state economy away from overdependence on oil revenue while overpowering and empowering farmers, agribusiness operators, and small-scale producers. The government expressed optimism that the program will significantly boost job creation, enhance food security, and drive sustainable economic growth across the state. Residents of Delta State have been urged to take advantage of the quality healthcare services offered under the Delta State Contributory Health Scheme, DSCHC. The call was made by Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joseph Onojaime, during an advocacy visit by Director General of the Delta State Contributory Health Commission, Dr. Isaac Aboveta, to the Commissioner's office in Asaba. Eunice Emezia reports.
Dr. Onojeme highlighted that the state government has invested heavily in the health sector, renovating facilities and equipping them with ultra-modern medical technology. He assured residents that bureaucratic hurdles in the employment of health workers have been addressed to tackle the challenge of brain drain in this sector. He commended Dr. Aboveta for his innovative leadership, noting that the state now leads the nation in health insurance coverage. The commissioner said the health ministry will continue to collaborate with the commission to ensure enrollees enjoy the full benefits of the scheme.
As an enrollee that will enroll with 7,000, if you calculate 7,000 in a year, it's less than 100,000. You cannot even do a cesarean section if you have to pay for it. So I'll encourage Deltans to key into this scheme because the government is doing a lot in this regard to subsidize this scheme for Deltans. So I want us to key into it so that at the end of the day, Deltans will be heavier.
Dr. Aboveta reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to expanding healthcare coverage across the state under the Governor Sheriff Oborowori More agenda. He revealed that monitoring visits were ongoing in healthcare facilities under the scheme to maintain high-quality service delivery. The Director General also reminded residents that the informal sector plan allowed anyone in the state, regardless of tribe or religion, to access 1 year of healthcare at any accredited facility for a premium of 7,000 naira, covering services such as hernia repair, appendectomy, and cesarean section.
More health to all them, and people should know what government have done. They have spent much money, much effort, political will. We have the best health insurance in the country, which is through your office. Without the supply, I've gone around some hospitals. I saw beautiful hospitals.
Highlighted the state government's renewed commitment to improving healthcare delivery and ensuring that all residents benefit from a robust and accessible health insurance scheme. Eunice Emez.
Nigeria's Defense Headquarters, DHQ, has clarified that the U.S. military assistance for counter-terrorism operations in the country came at no cost to the country and has not compromised national sovereignty. The DHQ emphasized that the support, which included training, intelligence, and logistics, was aimed at strengthening the country's fight against terrorism and insurgency, especially in regions affected by Boko Haram and other extremist groups. Officials stated that the partnership was strictly collaborative, with Nigerian forces maintaining full command over operations, while U.S. personnel provide technical expertise and strategic guidance. The clarification became necessary amid public concern and speculation about foreign involvement in the country's security operations, reassuring that the national control and decision-making remained fully in Nigerian hands. The defense headquarters reaffirmed its commitment to protecting Nigerian lives and territory while leveraging international partnerships to enhance operational capacity and accelerate the defeat of terrorist networks. The move will boost confidence in the national security measures and reinforce the message that international cooperation could complement rather than compromise sovereignty. The federal government has issued an urgent security travel advisory to Nigerians in Iran and neighboring Gulf countries amid rising tensions in the Middle East. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesman, Mr. Kimiebi Imomotimi Ebiefa, explained that the advisory urged Nigerians living in Qatar or traveling to Qatar, Iran, Bahrain, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia to be extremely cautious due to recent hostilities in the region. The government advised citizens to restrict non-essential travel and movement, avoid strategic, military or government installations, and stay away from large public gatherings until the security situation stabilized. It also stressed the importance of complying with local safety directives from host country authorities to ensure personal safety. He said, Nigerians in the affected areas were encouraged to keep in close contact with Nigerian diplomatic missions for assistance and updates as the government continued to monitor the situation closely and assess unfolding development. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akume, has hailed the Daily Times newspaper as a flagship of Nigerian journalism. Speaking at a celebratory tribute, Akume praised the newspaper for its long-standing contribution to the country's media landscape, highlighting its role in shaping public discourse, promoting accountability, and upholding journalistic integrity. He noted that the Daily Times has consistently served as a reliable source of information for Nigerians for decades, setting high standards in investigative reporting, editorial independence, and news coverage. Senator Akume also commended the newspaper's management and staff for preserving its monumental legacy while advising and adapting to the evolving media environment in the digital age. He urged other media houses to emulate the newspaper's commitment to excellence, professional ethics, and its role in strengthening democracy and informed citizenship in Nigeria. This tribute underscored the government's recognition of the critical role of a free and responsible press in national development and governance. You are watching Delta Television Main News. Still to come, Democratic Republic of Congo and United States signed a $102 billion health partnership to boost healthcare system. Details on this stories and more after this short break. Please do stay with us.
Like I tell you, very soon electricity for Delta State it go be one of the best for Nigeria. Stop, you don't start.
Calm down. You get waiting, I don't tell you before when
you don't tell me now. Say this year 2026 they go complete the DSA roundabout flyover for a free. More they watch whether it go happen now.
Sure, why not go on across key metropolitan?
You mean metropolitan corridor?
Yes. You know, say me an English not like this.
Well, I not go like Governor Sharif, they do well because I know of some communities where they say their expectations, I mean their dreams has become a reality. You will talk something about electricity.
Our governor, right honorable Sheriff, Tona Grido.
Oh boy.
Tona Grido.
Oh boy. This one go boost Delta State energy capacity.
Delta State Health Insurance Scheme expanded between 2023 to 2025, becoming Nigeria's largest state health insurance scheme. While Oborewori no go clinch double honours as Governor of the Year while Oborewori no go clinch double honours as Governor of the Year 2025.
Governor Oborewori don remember Kokori Sweet Crudo with 12 billion naira road rehabilitation.
I know, na 35.32 kilometer road for Etiop East local government area.
150 primary healthcare centers under renovation and upgrade across the state.
This road intervention wey Governor Sheriff dey do so na practical demonstration of the Governor Sheriff opportunities for all wey dey more agenda.
Particularly communities wey don suffer neglect for years.
Governor Sheriff dey work with the CM na real matter.
Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
You're welcome back. You're watching Delta Television Main News. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and the United States have signed a $102 billion health partnership to strengthen the DRC's healthcare system over the next 5 years. Reports say the program will focus on HIV and AIDS prevention and treatment, malaria control and reduction, maternal and child health improvement. Officials say the initiative will enhance healthcare infrastructure, provide essential medical supplies, and train health workers nationwide. The partnership is expected to save thousands of lives, reduce disease burdens, and build long-term capacity in one of Africa's West, describing the collaboration as a major boost to national health security and sustainable development. Sudan and South Africa outbreak, creating urgent public health challenges. Reports say efforts were underway to distribute clean water, medical supplies, and vaccines, with local and international aid agencies coordinating emergency responses to prevent further spread. Meanwhile, Sudan has continued to face a severe humanitarian crisis, with thousands of civilians affected by ongoing conflict and displacement. Aid organizations are intensifying efforts to provide shelter, food, and medical care to those impacted. Authorities stress the importance of rapid response and international support to mitigate these crises and prevent further loss of life. The development underscored the vulnerability of African populations in natural disasters, highlighting the critical markets and provide critical working capital for exporters in key sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and services. The disbursement aligned with the federal government's efforts to diversify the country's economy away from oil dependence, promote non-oil export, and strengthen the country's foreign exchange earnings. Analysts noted that initiatives like the Empowered Small and Medium Enterprises stimulate job creation and foster sustainable economic growth in the country. The move underscored the strategic role of Nexim Bank in driving export-led development and positioning the country as a competitive player in regional and global trade. Seplat Energy, one of the country's leading oil and gas companies, has reported record revenues of $2.726 billion for 2025, over doubling from the previous year. The company's strong performance reflected a robust energy sector driven by higher oil prices, increased production, and operational efficiencies. Analysts highlighted that Seplat's results demonstrated the resilience of Nigeria's upstream energy industry, even amid global market volatility. The growth is expected to significantly boost the country's foreign exchange earnings and could attract further investment into the country's oil and gas sector, supporting economic growth and energy sector development. Seplat Energy's performance underscored the strategic importance of the energy industry in Nigeria's economy and its potential to continue driving national revenue and investment opportunities. And now to sport. The second edition of the Niger Delta Games has officially wrapped up with Edo State crowned overall champions. Edo State emerged top of the medals table after an impressive performance across several sporting events, demonstrating strength, preparation, and teamwork throughout the competition. Delta State finished in a strong second place overall, showcasing outstanding athletic talent and competitive excellence across multiple disciplines, including track and field, team sport, and indoor games. Sport analysts noted that Delta State performance once again confirmed that the state's reputation as one of the country's leading hubs for sport development and youth empowerment. The regional games brought together athletes from across the Niger Delta, promoting unity, healthy competition, and grassroots sport development. Nigeria's hopes of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup 2026 has remained under review after the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) filed the formal complaint regarding the eligibility of a player from an opponent team. The NFF has asked FIFA to investigate and confirm whether the player met all eligibility requirements, arguing that the outcome could directly affect the final qualifying standings in the African zone. Officials stated that a favorable ruling would improve Nigeria's chances of securing a spot in the tournament in North America, while an adverse decision could jeopardize the Super Eagles' participation. Fans and sport analysts are closely watching the case, highlighting the country's of importance and compliance with FIFA regulations and the influence of administrative decisions on international competitions. The Super Eagles remained focused on preparing for further matches, maintaining team readiness and morale while awaiting FIFA's ruling. The development underscored the high stakes for African teams as they competed for limited World Cup slots, while both performance on the field and adherence to regulations off the field would be crucial. The remains of Sir Theodore Agunobi Anyebine, Knight of St. Malumba and guest presenter of a Delta Broadcasting Service radio program, have been laid to rest at his hometown, Utabobe, in Lokwa West local government area. Norbert Onweme reports.
Father Teresi reminded the congregation that those who died in Christ were in a better place with God, describing death as a passage to eternal life. He also encouraged the believers to live a righteous and pathful lives, noting that everyone will give an account before God.
To attain the kingdom of God, then you have to live like people who have love, who have received the love of God and also show that love to one another. But that is what God wants for us, our lives, built on love. Because this, we're going to give accounts. All that we have, all that God has blessed us with, is meant truly, yes, to serve God.
During the solemn graveside rites, the body of Sir Theodore was committed to Mother Earth, bringing the funeral to a peaceful conclusion. In the family tributes, Sir Theodore's children, Joshua and Esther Anyawine, remember their father as loving and caring, vowing to uphold his legacy.
A very calm, loving, anywhere he was always spread positivity. He was too kind to people around.
I love about my dad, he's a nice person, he's a kind person. He loves everybody. He makes sure everything is okay. He wants peace and he's a caring man.
His younger siblings, Mr. Anthony Anyabwine and Deaconess Tina Wategeri, describe him as a peaceful and gentle man.
He's a man one will always want to associate with. His fatherly advice and his enticing jokes has always kept us together.
He's the peacemaker among us. He does anything to make you happy, forgetting himself. If there's anything I want to follow, is that path and make people happy and be at peace with everybody.
The funeral attracted knights and ladies of St. Molumba, parishioners of St. Augustine Catholic Church in Ibusa, friends and sympathizers all gathered to celebrate the lives and service of the late knight. Satiodo Agunobi Anyabwine passed on to glory at the age of 69. He is survived by his wife, Mrs. Regina Anyabwine, children, and other relatives, leaving behind a legacy of faith, service, and community impact. The funeral highlighted a life devoted to family, faith, and public service, leaving a lasting impression on all who knew him. Norbert Onweme reporting.
That's our news. Now to our thoughts for the day. Power is a loan. It is never truly owned, only held for a while. Absolutely. To end the Delta Television main news, here are the highlights. The federal government has officially endorsed the Nigeria Press Council's national mandate. The government pledged continued support for media regulation and press freedom, highlighting its commitment to ensuring that journalism in the country operated within a professional and ethical framework. The state governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Obodiwori, has called on political office holders and leaders to embrace a lasting legacy of service as the remains of former Senator Peter Nwaoboshi were laid to rest in Ibuzo, Oshimiri North local government area. He urged leaders at all levels to prioritize unity, development, and the welfare of citizens, noting that the true leadership was measured by impact and commitment to the people. The state government has commended the State Commissioner of Police, Aino Adeshola, and his team for intercepting 1,520 packs of illicit drugs alongside the Asaba-Abo Expressway. The seized drugs, including tramadol and swinol tablets, were hidden beneath company machines inside a J5 bus before being uncovered during a strategic police operation. And abroad, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, and the United States have signed a $102 billion health partnership to strengthen the DRC's healthcare system over the next 5 years. Reports say the program will focus on HIV and AIDS prevention and treatment, malaria control, and reduction of maternal and child health improvement. Thank you very much for watching. You can also follow our news online on Facebook and YouTube at Delta Broadcasting.